It's been 8 months since I've been able to hang out with my dad. Of course I'm gonna rebel a little. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm freaking tired of it. Bring Dad here and I'll yell at him.
Dad can figure out how not to tear apart his family over something so stupid.
Okay.
Someone could have gotten pregnant and had a baby in the time that we haven't seen Dad.
You can spend Thanksgiving with Dad. Gabe and I will go and find a hotel.
No, that doesn't...
Yeah, we could turn up.
Like, we're not gonna play this game anymore.
Okay, I'm not really interested in being
I'm not trying to be mad
drastic.
at you. I'm trying to be mad at Dad. He's got 15 other
How about the
kids
fact that he's been at
has-
Robin's for 9 months?
Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. You guys, my new year is feeling very 2020-ish right now. I don't know if it's going that way for you guys. My daughter had a second COVID exposure at daycare. Luckily, the first time this happened, she was negative. She's in good spirits. She doesn't appear sick right now, but we can't get her tested till Saturday. So I am back in isolation. Happy 2022 to you all. So I had to get things prepared yesterday. I wanted to get this video out yesterday, but I had to kind of reorganize my schedule. So here we are today. Hi, how are you all? All right. Sunday's episode of Sister Wives was... my mouth was just open the entire time because I couldn't believe the callousness and just the words that were coming out of Kody's mouth, like actual literal word vomit. And we just have to talk about it. So essentially the crux of this episode was Kody just whining about how big of an inconvenience Gabriel and Garrison are and about how much he wants to literally evict them from Janelle's house, but he said he can't because Janelle's name is on the lease. So this was all just so, I think for a lot of us, it's just a lot of us who have parents, a lot of us who are parents, it's just unimaginable that you would talk about your children in this manner.
Because I got a 4-year-old who needs a dad till she's 21, and she just represents the entire family. That includes Savannah. That includes Truly. That includes Solomon. That includes the adults.
I didn't expect that you would come over and be so aggressive with me.
Blah, 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 blah. Just vomit more bullshit. Vomit more bullshit. Whatever happened to Team Brown?
I'm frankly tired of their criticism of my standards.
Can't leave my boys out hanging
They're
out.
adults. Bye-bye. When you're 21, karmically, I have given you all you need. You got a good car. You go get a job. Here's some cash. Bye.
I'm on the verge of washing my hands of it. I'm sorry, here's the problem. Janelle's name is on the lease, so I can't evict them.
Something I saw on Reddit, and I think it really applies, and I wanted to talk about this here today with you all, is this notion of the lost boys. Now, if you're wondering what the hell is a lost boy, so this is really a term coined to describe young men that have either been pushed out or excommunicated or left the FLDS. Now that is the fundamental sect that Warren Jeff presides over. And basically the notion with the lost boy term is that these boys were considered a threat and they had to go. With the FLDS, it was mostly seen because they're, you know, women and men are born in equal numbers, and the idea in the FLDS is to amass as many wives as possible. That simply can't happen if there's equal numbers. So one of the thought processes is that these boys are excommunicated or pushed out because for very minor infractions. Like, they're not doing anything wrong, but these are very minor infractions that they're committing and they're pushed out. This is seen as a way to secure more young women for these older men to marry. I'm going to include some articles about the Lost Boys. Actually, one of Warren Jeff's sons, he wrote a book called Lost Boy. I have not read it, but there's an NPR article that takes excerpts from that book, and I'll list it down below. It's a very compelling read, and the gist is, and how I think this applies in Kody's case, is that children, and especially young men, are expendable if they're seen as a threat or an impediment to the patriarch's ultimate goal. And that is what we see happening here with Kody. Gabriel and Garrison are a threat to Kody because Janelle has said, Janelle and Christine has said multiple times that they will always choose their children over Kody. Their children will always come first. And that shocking to me, at least, is that this is a problem for Kody. For me and my husband, I hope that my husband will always choose our daughter over me. But that is not what it's like in the Brown family. So Gabriel and Garrison are a threat to Kody. They're a roadblock in his ultimate goal of regaining head of household. Kody actually likes being around Janelle. He actually wants to come over and hang out with her. And he can't do that with these self-stipulated rules that he's following. What I find really interesting also is that there is another adult male living at home at Robin's. Dayton is going to turn 22 this year. And he is not being pushed out by Kody. The rules that he's setting forth, like karmically, I've done all I need to do for you. He's not pushing Dayton out the same way that he's pushing out Gabriel and Garrison. And I think that is because he is not threatened by Dayton. Dayton is complying. He's in total compliance with the rules. He's really under Robin and Kody's thumb, and he is just not a threat. It's interesting to me that Gabriel and Garrison, they do mention, like, I haven't seen Dad in 9 months. But the thing they're pissed off most about is that they haven't seen their siblings. They haven't all come together as a family in 9 months, which is how they've grown up. A lot of these adult children spent the majority of their childhood all living in one house, and that is why they're so attached to Christine. They would rather spend holidays with Christine and their siblings than with their dad. So the issue isn't necessarily seeing Kody, it's seeing the family. And what's interesting is Janelle and Christine actually talk about in this episode how it's been nice not having Kody around. And then, Robin has to chime in and gripe that it's a pain in the butt having him around all the time. But I really don't think she's being truthful there. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about this. I saw this comparison on Reddit and I thought that it was a really good comparison. Now, at the crux of it, Kody is not pushing these boys out because there's a chance that these boys will steal women from him, but the crux of the problem is the same. Garrison and Gabriel are seen as threats, therefore they have to go. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Reality Squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, have a good one, much love.